You're listening to Dancing with Ghosts with Rebecca Fearing, only on LA Talk Radio.
If you need advice about the future, your career, or romance, if you want to reach someone on the other side, or if you want to learn how to develop your own psychic abilities, you've come to the right place. Ordinary folks and celebrities alike already rely on one amazingly gifted woman. Welcome to Dancing with Ghosts, starring renowned psychic medium and healer Rebecca Fearing. She's here to take your calls, so sit back, stay tuned, and get ready to be amazed. Rebecca will be right with you. Now, here's Rebecca Fearing.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dancing with Ghosts. Rebecca is en route right now. She's stuck on the freeway. She should be here shortly. But we have guests tonight, and so I'm going to go ahead and start. She told me to go ahead and start. She'll be here in a little while. My guest is Scott Howard, composer, artist, guitarist, musician. And we're going to talk about his music, and later Rebecca wants to talk a little bit about events that have happened in your life, the loss of your son, which I'm very sorry for. And also joining us is Debbie, his wife, very lovely lady. And you can't see her in there, but what's her name? Chloe. Your mic should be on. Hold on, let me just check everybody, make sure everybody's on here. Try your mic again.
Yes, I think it's on.
No.
It's not.
Huh.
Mine's on.
Yeah, you're on. You're good. I don't understand. They're all on, so... Oh, 2. I'm not getting any signal at all from 2. Let me check here. No, everything's in. Everything's up, but I'm not. It's got power.
Oh.
Is that turned on?
No, you can hear yourself, right?
No, I hear myself. I just don't hear. Sorry, guys, technical difficulties. I'm just not hearing her mic. All the other mics are on.
Rebecca knew this was going to happen. That's why she's late.
There we go. There we go. We're good. Thank you. Thanks, Sam. That was Sam, by the way. He owns the place. Thank you, Sam. We've known him for 10 years. It's been fun. So anyway, first of all, if you're listening on the show on LA Talk Radio right now, and you want to go to the Facebook Live to participate in the chat, I had difficulty trying to get on Rebecca's personal page where we normally set up the Facebook Live. So I put it on her Dancing with Ghosts page. So go to www.facebook.com/DWG.Rebecca Fearing. And that's the page that I have where I post the shows, besides, posting on her personal page, my personal page, and my other one, Producer Jeff. So anyway, that's where the show is if you want to participate in the chat room. And I have it on here right now. Let me take a look and see if anybody is in here, and say shout out to them. Hold on a second. It's coming up right now. And there we go. Tessie's in there. Hey, Desiree. Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Sam is watching. So welcome, everybody. I won't be able to pay too much attention in this first few moments because I'm going to be interviewing, but I will get back to you guys in the chat room. So anyway, let's just start out a little bit. Might as well go through the background. Let's talk a little bit about your background as a musician and how you came to be. And I'm going to kind of show, this is kind of hard to see, Ascended Man, because I'm so far away from the camera, but this is his latest CD, and we're going to be playing some clips from it. And then also, too, I posted on Dancing with Ghosts, the page where the video is, I posted a series of photographs that Scott had sent to me. And later in the show, Rebecca's going to be talking to Scott about these photos. Very interesting phenomenon on them. So anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your background.
My background is I've always been a songwriter. I actually played with Jim Croce many years ago.
Oh.
And my first love was always music. I always had the dream as a kid, I'm going to be a rock star. What should I do? Or a plumber. I'm not sure. But I decided I'd go for the rock star. And this wonderful woman here, Debbie, we met, and she pretty much showed me that I can pretty much do anything I want. I can be anything I want. And so I decided, okay, let's go for the music. And I had written songs for years. And about 3-4 years ago, I decided to go for that. And this album, Ascended Man, for some reason, when I get a title in my head, I can't get it out of my head. And this one here, I knew its time was coming. Mm-hmm. And the songs on the album of Ascended Man have to deal with, or do deal with, that type of subject matter. I went through a certain type of ascension myself years ago. Mm-hmm. And then my son was taken, and I wrote my next album, which is actually going to be coming out, I'd say in the next 4 to 6 months, mm-hmm. Which is called The Language of Clouds, which you'll see, if you look at the pictures, you'll understand a little more why that's the title. But if you enjoy songs that have meaning and songs that I think will hopefully resonate with what you feel today, then you should hopefully love this album.
Well, it's interesting. Before we go further, let's play play one of the songs.
Sure.
So tell me which one you think would be appropriate, and then I want to talk a little bit about the music.
You can put on, I guess, Illusions of Life.
Okay. I got it.
If you want to start with something slow or something a little peppy.
It doesn't. What do you think?
Illusions of Life.
Okay, so I'm going to play this Illusions of Life, and then we'll talk a little more. There's some more I want to talk about.
Life's a puzzle. Find the pieces that fit for you in time. One's mission, matching the pictures, shadows and hues. The treasured soul of man, corrupted by our forces, things got out of hand. The maps were changed, things rearranged. Ancient ends beginning. Misery and joy for the living, taking back the idols of gold. Leads to a crime of greed, I've been told. The stolen illusions of opulent faith, led to darkness that we must erase. The treasured secrets of the human soul, a prize to be won. If you kept your faith whole, yeah, yeah. Illusions will unfold when the dance is done, as it's time for the return of this prodigal son. Oh yeah, and light has won. Oh yeah. The false deeds of man become an oasis of sand, church of a dying breed, taking its last breath in its need. Strength is built by fighting alone, lit by the light of a good man's soul. You've had the power to control. Oh, oh. Mother Earth is angry inside, lost in envy, lust and pride. Who's alive and who is dead? Are we blind by what's been said? Oh yeah, free your mind instead. Oh yeah. The stolen illusions of opulent faith, led to darkness that we must erase. The treasured secrets secrets of the human soul, a prize to be won. If you kept your faith whole, yeah. Life's illusions will unfold when the dance is done. Now it's time for the return of this prodigal son. Oh yeah, and the light has won. Oh yeah. Hidden, stolen by the snake, twisted by a mythical maker. In God we trust. It's all about us. Life's a puzzle. Welcome to the party. It's all about us. Life's a puzzle. It's all about us. Oh, welcome to the party.
It's a beautiful song. They're very nice.
Thank you.
Now, what I want to talk about is one of the things that you mentioned on here, that you play music, you tune. Normally, everybody tunes to A440,
Correct.
which is the kind of the universal tuning for orchestras and stuff like that. But you tune all your music to 432 hertz.
Correct.
And why is that?
I'm going to give you a history lesson.
Okay.
World War II, the Nazis had scientists that figured out that the frequencies had to do with everything. You could literally increase your frequency, decrease your frequency, and walk through a wall. You can go on 87.9 on a radio and go to 107, and you hear a different song, obviously. So they realized that the music used to be at 432. In the beginning, if you will, in Beethoven's time, everything was written in 432. The Nazis realized if you go to 440, disease, people get upset, they get psychotic. TV today, it's hitting you at 440 all the time. And now with 5G, you're going to get the same thing, but now stronger. So 440 is a negative frequency. And 432, as a matter of fact, a young girl just started a record company called 432. Where all the music that she's only bringing in as musicians can only be played at 432. You would know the difference between me playing at 432 and 440, but when you're done, the feeling, the frequency itself is better for you, better for your mind, better for your body. You know, it's like
Now,
meditation.
if 440, I'm just trying to get, I got to remember I'm taught traditional music, so 440 is A. What's 432? What pitch is that?
432 is a half step down.
Oh, just a half step. So
Just a half step down.
A flat or G sharp.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But I tune it up a half. So you'll never, it's still 432, but I'm tuning it up so it's still a little off from 440. You won't know the difference, but the body knows the difference. You're feeling good, if you will. You're, what's that called? You know, you feel much better. If you look on YouTube, a lot of those channels that play music in 432, even 444 is very good. But 432 is an excellent is God's frequency.
Sherman,
I'm here.
welcome.
Welcome.
Now, I'm going to. Thank you. I needed my purse. You know, I had.
On screen too. That worked. Yes, sure.
So anyway, well, I remember when we were when I was doing session work and right out of college, we were really into using frequency. We believed there were certain frequencies
That's
that
correct.
would trigger your brain to heal.
That is correct.
It's like I forget what level of
That's
sleep.
a Schumann frequency.
There's a certain level of sleep where your
Yeah.
brain, when
Correct.
you get to that point, your body starts repairing itself.
That's correct.
It's not
432.
REM. It's not
Yeah,
REM.
it's either a theta or a delta or theta.
I think it's delta, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, that
But I
was
know what
that.
you-
So we were always working on frequencies that would in our music that would encourage self-healing and trigger the body to start repairing itself.
So
which I
that-
thought-
And it wasn't retention also part of it?
yeah.
You retain more at that frequency
Yes.
than the 440. That's
But what it is that you're feeling a well-being. You're, for health reasons, it's I hate to say the 440 was the more of the Luciferian or the satanic frequency they call it.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome, Rebecca.
Better late than never.
Rebecca's here.
Good, good.
Thanks.
Thanks. Good.
Oh, Desiree, thank you. It's Theta.
Theta. There you
Theta
go.
waves.
Yes, theta waves. Yes.
Right. So,
Debbie, nice to meet you.
I'm Rebecca. Nice to meet
Look at the eyes.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I saw.
and we have a special guest over there.
That's my Chloe.
Hi, how are
My
you?
little rescue.
Hey, look, I've got 5 dogs, and one's in the hospital right now. And I got her in there, and we didn't know that she had diabetes. She didn't act sick at all. She's only 10, and I was going to ask everybody tonight to put my dog in their prayers.
Sure.
And it's not cheap having a dog in the hospital.
It's,
Oh,
she's already
yeah.
in the prayers.
Well, it's actually my ex's dog, but he was just sick. So it's Billy's, which he got better. Then the dog got really sick, and now the bill is enormous. So we're like, yeah, but I was not going to let the dog
Well,
die.
No.
What are they doing?
She was she has diabetes.
No, but I'm saying, what are they giving her? Insulin or?
Yeah, they had to do a whole bunch of stuff to save her life. So, and so Billy's putting a GoFund out because it's actually Billy's dog. But of course, I'm not going to let the dog die. So
We are very familiar with Debbie works with.
I've been
Paula.
rescuing for years.
yeah, so I'm like, no, you're not putting the dog to sleep. The dog
No
can
way.
get better. And Amy's a really good dog and really mothering to the other dogs. So I committed to it, but my son put a GoFund up for Billy. And I go,
okay.
don't put my name. It looks like I have no money. I've already put a lot of money into it. So, but it's not about the money. I said, I'll pay whatever. I'll do what it takes and I'll pay it. And, but if he can contribute and wants to do what he can do.
Well, that's why she's in her little thing. She has a bad back. There's a disc in her back.
Right.
And mommy's taking care of her instead of having surgery.
Yeah,
So
because there are fur babies.
that's
Yes.
she's my angel.
And we got Amy, somebody abandoned her in a wood pile when she was a baby. And she's the best dog to the other dogs. She lets the chihuahuas sit on top of her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Debbie was just telling a story about T's dog, and she just lost a leg.
Yeah.
A cupcake. And my very close friend T has she's non-for-profit. She takes care of all the rescues.
Yeah.
And a little cupcake.
Oh.
She had surgery. She's doing really well. And
Well, see, that's great. It is, the vets are very expensive, and I have one insurance, I have some insurance, but
No.
that wasn't, he didn't have for Amy. So I'm like, but I don't care what it costs. I'm not putting that dog
That's
to
right.
sleep. That dog has more life. She's only 10.
That's right.
Well,
But you
I
couldn't
told
do
this
it.
story just about my dog Baxter. He was a golden retriever, and my ex had put the dog to sleep, and about a week later I had a dream, and the dog bit me in the private area.
Oh.
In the dream, and I felt it.
Oh,
and
wow.
the pain was there. So I got up to go to the bathroom. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I look in the corner of the room, and there is my dog, or a shadow of Baxter, sitting in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I'm not seeing anything because it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to go to the bathroom and come back. Another hour goes by, and I go back to the bathroom, and the dog is still sitting in the corner. Of course, the dog passed away 2 days ago, and then I don't say anything. I go to sleep, and a day or two goes by, and Debbie is taking a bath at 5 o'clock in the evening, and she looks past me. She goes, "Oh my God, Baxter just walked by the door."
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything to her, so she didn't even know. And so, believe me,
Well, the thing is, I had a dog, a Dakota, and Dakota was pretty old, but Dakota had a problem with the back leg, so we eventually had to
Yeah.
put, at the house, we had somebody come and euthanize her, right? Is that the right word?
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? She wasn't leaving right away.
Yeah.
And we could hear the dog in the house. And then finally I said, Dakota, you can go to heaven, it's fine. And I felt the dog push me aside and run out the front door. So, you know, heaven is real even for pets, and pets
That's
will come
right.
to visit, and they'll stay to protect you from the other side. But I'm so excited for you guys to come here, dog lovers, you understand, rescuers, also the photography that you do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I knew.
You saw my shoulder?
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is that right when Scott showed me the photographs, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's normal. Because I have some very interesting ones too. I could see it right away. So I said, if you're crazy, I'm crazy. Because I see exactly what I just saw it right away. I'm looking, yeah, okay, it's normal.
I always wanted to know whether I'm nuts. Did I go through 3 years ago when I started seeing these things? Was I going crazy?
No.
And thank God. Thank God. I wasn't going crazy.
No, because I have a very unusual life, as our guests that are watching the show and our fans, they've experienced here on the show, because I do the cell phones where I can communicate with heaven. It's real. I've done it on this show. Jeff, anybody that knows me has experienced that. Now that's not normal, okay? How can I do that? Because technology is alive and real in heaven, and we're in a very multi-dimensional universe. I have witnesses that too. I have a very unusual life. So when he was talking to me, I'm like, yeah, okay. Join the club.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I also lost a child, like you guys, and my daughter communicated to me 3 days after she passed. She called me on the telephone. I had the CD because she had to leave a message. I didn't get the call quick enough, and it went to voicemail. So I have physical evidence of that. Since then, I've been given the opportunity to be able to use the cell phones to call heaven, which is crazy, but it's real, and I don't work alone, right? Jeff is a witness to that.
How's that done? How does it work?
I just call from my phone to whoever's phone.
Okay.
Now, Verizon is the best carrier, but I have to tell everybody, I changed my phone number because, not that I didn't like Verizon, I did, but Verizon had been charging me for 12 phones I didn't have, and then accused me of not paying the bill. Wasn't true. Since October, I paid $4,900, $4,900, right? I said to them, look, I have complained to you, there's something wrong with my bill, and you're not changing it, and you keep charging me, okay? And then so they try to hit me with a $4,000 bill. So I said, how would I owe $4,000? So I called my bank, and I realized that I had paid all this money. Thank God my bank is challenging it for me.
Good.
But I said, and I called corporate offices, you guys, and you know what? The lady that answers, she's supposed to be some bigwig in business phones. She said, you're lying. I go, I'm lying? I go, you didn't look at my bill. You have not done your job. You told me I didn't pay my bill. You're wrong. And I had to hang up on her.
12 phones?
Oh, yeah.
12 phones.
Yeah, I had 12 phones. And all kinds of accessories and everything.
Yeah, we had that. We had that kind of happened to us in Florida. They didn't even have the service in our building.
Yeah.
And they hooked us up for like a cable or something. And we had a $5,000 bill, which we had to pay.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have the service.
Yeah, I refuse to be like mafia.
Yeah.
Like bullied. I'm like, yes, I like the service, and I do, because it has really good satellites.
Right.
And I've had that number. Everybody's known that number. And then they blocked it and said to people that I blocked them. So my clients are, oh my God, did I do something? Why did you block me? Went in forward, and they won't give me my phone number. So everybody out there, I have a new phone number, 818-853-1123 for now, okay?
Right.
And you know what? I just said, you know what? I'm not going to be bullied, and I'm not paying the bill, because guess what? I don't owe it.
That's right.
Because they owe me. And when the bank went and looked, I'm like, oh my God, I paid so much money. So it's October, November. I paid in March and February. I paid over the $4,000. Okay, then how could I have another $4,000 bill? And how could they tell me?
A lot of calling to heaven.
Yeah. Well,
It's
that's
expensive.
not- yeah.
It's expensive.
I was thinking that first. I go, no.
No, no.
But you know what else I did? It was me always asking. My a gentleman that helps me a little bit with my computer stuff, he called. He got it changed in 1 second. But it was too late, because they wouldn't take the bill off, even though they found what was wrong. So now I'm going to take him to court. I've done.
Good for you.
You know, and I'm not too happy.
No, it
believe
is.
me.
Believe
But
it.
you know
I
what?
know.
This is mafia. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. It's like a mafia situation. I'm not the only one this has happened to, and I'm not paying it.
Good for you.
So I'm standing my ground.
There you go.
Thank you. So anyway, and I like I said, it's nothing against the service. I love the service, but still, I don't care. Now
Customer
I have,
service, that's not
look
good.
at now I have have a pretty cheap one. I'm not going to say who it is, and it's not that great.
Reception in California is very tough, if you're in the mountains.
Yeah,
the hills.
so I'm not unhappy, but I'm not happy with it either. But I have no choice right now. And so anybody there, don't be afraid to challenge. There's a place you can call also if you're having problems with the cell phone company and report them. I will also do that.
That's great.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been a customer since 2001, and I looked it up. I paid over $100,000 to those guys.
Oh my God.
If not more.
And that's the way they treat you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was since 2001. How many years is that? 18 years. I have been their client, if not more.
That's foolish.
Yeah, it's very sad and it's foolish
customer
because I would
service.
promote Verizon
Yeah.
because of the things I can do with those telephones. But now I'm like, you made a big mistake.
You do a great commercial.
That's right.
Calling heaven, collect.
It's true. Well, you don't even have to collect. It's a regular service.
I know. That's true. I know.
But anyway, maybe the other ones will get stronger, and I can continue.
I can say that since you and I met, you've been correct on your reading.
Oh.
The Bravo shot happened.
Yeah.
So so far everything seems to be doing very nicely, and people do seem to be resonating with my music, which is
Oh,
very exciting.
a lot. They love it. They've asked me. Even somebody said to me, like I said, I met somebody at a party. I don't know why I talked about the CD. Maybe because the way you'll have to explain what you did that. She goes, I have been looking for that CD. So I had it. You had given it to me, and I gave it to her.
That's right.
She said she loved it, and she couldn't find it.
Wow.
So maybe you're more well known than you know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, one of the songs I do, that to me, is an amazing wedding song.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's happening now. People are calling and wanting to have it for their weddings.
Yeah. So that's what when I had given it to almost every client that I had, and I gave it to this one though, really important client, and I sent it to her and her husband. I can't say who she was, but they were having very bad marital troubles. And I said, you've got to listen to this because it has that. You have to explain what's in there, and it will help you change for the better your energy field,
frequencies,
right? Frequencies, right? And so, and they're actually working it out. It was a bad situation.
I've got 5 or 6 CDs here to give out if people want. If you want to tonight, you're more than welcome. I think
absolutely.
People might want to.
So why don't you explain the reason I really wanted to have on the show, because you guys are amazing people, but also to explain how you made that with the frequencies. How did you infuse, or what did you do? I don't remember how you explained it.
Well, I mean, we had the discussion before you came here.
Oh.
My music is, my band is tuned, all of us are tuned to a 432 tuning. I was saying that in World War II, the Germans had figured out that sound was everything. Sound waves affected everything, and they would keep them on prisoners. And they realized at 440, it caused psychosis, it caused disease, and that happens on TV now. People are, they don't know why they're depressed when they're done watching TV at the end of the night, and they've got to be careful what comes through those TVs sometimes, because sometimes it's not friendly. But at 432. That is the I don't know, it's a God frequency, or it's the frequency of the planet.
Right.
And it's a frequency which brings people peace of mind, if you will. And my goal is to someday maybe play at those places like the Giza Pyramid, or places of power. Playing at 432 would really amplify everything throughout the planet.
That'd be a great show.
I think so.
Well, what we were talking about before on this show, we did a show where we wanted to change the frequencies, vibrations of cities. We did one in Chicago.
Can you get my bag for a second? I brought it with me. I brought a Tesla plate with me.
Yeah. Well, because remember we talked about Nikola Tesla, and we talked about it on our show, and everything was a frequency and a divine coding through a geometric mathematical coding, which goes to the divine.
Right.
And he tried to give me this mandala, and I accepted it after I found out what it was. Oh.
This is a small, and I don't make any money on this. I have them. And Nikola Tesla had technology which was this plate is somehow infused, and it actually raises the frequency in the room as well as on the body. So if you have a tumor or something, you place this on your body. It supposedly helps. You place water on the plate, and it supposedly energizes the water. You place bad wine on it, it tastes like it's good wine.
Well,
There's
that's
a lot
what,
of good things.
Well, you know what? This is what I was told. And you know how we pray before we eat? Now, it's not really a religious, it is, but it's not. What happens is it changes the vibration of your food and your water because they didn't have antibiotics before, right? And so they did all these tests, and a lot of people know this. They took dirty water, contaminated water, and they prayed over it, and it turned into fresh water. So it's really the frequency of the energy that you're taking from the divine to higher vibrations, right? And Tesla knew that because when he came to me and talked to me, he gave me that mandala, and he said it's all a mindset. He called it a mindset. Okay, and then he gave me the mandala that he created that had mathematical equations that led to a sum total of a divine code. It's so hard to get out of my mouth, right? So he gave it to me and he said, your imperfections can come to more of a perfection, and it'll help your mindset to know that nothing's impossible.
Correct.
So he was and he came to me in a very strange photograph that we put on our show. It's somewhere here. And yeah, you can see him in the background with a streak of light. And first it scared me, and then I'm like, no, look at, that's Tesla. And that was taken in the bottom of my garage at my workplace, at where you came. Yeah, we put that on the air, and it is, at first it seems frightening, because it does make no sense whatsoever. And you can see him standing right there, and I immediately said, oh, wow, that's got to be Tesla. And I knew a lot about him with never reading about him. I knew he was probably a loner, you know,
He was.
didn't
Quiet.
have a relationship. There was everything that I knew about him was completely true, but he had interesting friends like Mark Twain, and you know, just a couple of interesting friends that he did resonate with.
Right.
Well, this is the Tesla plate,
Wow.
and this is orgonite that supposedly magnifies the Tesla plate by like 100.
I wear a lot of
Wow.
And it gets rid of chemtrails above the house. I have one, actually a big one, on top of our home, and you can't chemtrails cannot stay.
Yeah.
They
Well,
they dissipate.
And
Wow,
some
yeah.
people think this is hoodoo voodoo, but it's not.
Yeah.
It all is based on science, right?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
what
that plate saved me. I was having horrible pain in my shoulder. I had a surgery, and I was tired of taking medication.
Right.
And Scott said, let's put that on your,
Yeah.
and I am not joking, in 20 minutes the pain
She
was
fell
gone.
asleep
Yeah.
and-
I fell asleep. I couldn't believe it. 'Cause-
Yeah, and that's how we do. You know, I work as a healer. I don't know if you know that. I don't charge for that. But I went to the Billy Ray concert, and we had fun. Yeah, and I've known him since 1993, and he's very psychic, like I am, freakily psychic. So we end up in the same exact hallway in the hotel with all.
synchronicity.
I mean, yeah. So his brother was standing at the beginning with a guard because I'm like, of course he's on the same floor. Okay, we're both psychics. There's got to be a ghost here. So then his brother said the same thing that Billy Ray said. Oh my God, this hallway's haunted. I think I see tricycles. And I'm like, oh my God, I said the same exact thing because you could feel it as you're walking down.
Yeah.
But his guitar player broke his arm doing something, skateboarding or something, while they were at the show.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know him that well. I met him once or twice. I don't know him at all. Well, now I know him better. But I said, you don't know me, but I'm a healer. Will you let me work on your elbow? His elbow was so fat and bruised. And the next day, okay, I don't know exactly what I did, except I know I healed it. I know, get this.
Debbie's got a broken back in two spots.
Oh, wow.
Broken back. She fell down steps on a hard concrete and was left there, thank God. And then this happened again right in front of Bruce Willis.
Oh.
And he didn't get up. But
Two rappers did.
Two rappers
Yeah.
did and picked her up, thank God. But that's the kind of pain she's dealing with.
Well, I
the
might be
cage.
able to do something with that.
Yes.
But so okay, if you've got a bone and it shows in the X-ray it's severed, would you be able to move your arm up and down? Would you be able to play your guitar?
No.
He had no pain, and his arm shrunk from this big swollen ball to not swollen at all, barely. So I'm like,
That doesn't happen in 24 hours, not with a broken bone.
no, that's what I said, and I'm like, how come you can move your arm right? Are you sure it's still broken? And he goes, I have no pain. I don't know. I said, well, I wonder if your arm's still broken. Wow. But if I did anything, I took all the swelling down,
Right.
and also probably helped with no pain, and he was able to play in the show.
I think it's by something in your touch.
Yeah.
The vibration of
It's
the
the- it's the
electricity.
Well, it
vibrations.
comes through me.
I think it's
through my hands.
Always comes through. That is
Right.
correct.
And so I'll work on your back here, maybe on the show.
Mm.
And yeah, so we are vibrating, I think, us on the same frequency.
Mhm.
We have paranormal, strange things, the photographs. Come
Oh,
on.
my goodness.
Yeah, we both have lost a child. It's like,
Has Max visited lately?
yeah, I kept seeing him around, and I didn't know. I'm like, oh, I should call Scott, but then I got so busy, and then you had thought that I was coming on the show because that got all messed
I
up.
sent her an email. She answered me back. I said, great, Rebecca's coming.
No.
And she never got the email.
And
No.
that's
But somebody answered me back saying
It wasn't
that,
me.
It's a strange.
and this one here knows when Max is around. She'll start to.
Yeah,
bark.
the dogs will.
She knows.
When
She-
Sarah's around. You see that the dog, the Chihuahua,
That's it. That's her.
yeah, knows. And Max.
Hand me the pyramid.
Sure.
Because people are asking what it is.
It's organite.
So there's organite.
Organite.
It's hard to see this.
Yeah, and this is the.
But on top of it, there's like a coil.
And
yeah,
they
it's
come
got to
in
have the
different
coil in
sizes.
there. That's the key, the coil.
There's different sizes. You can get medium, large, and
And
really.
the Tesla plate's got to have the emblem on it in order for it to be the right one. So it's got the.
So he has
emblem on
there's
it.
like, this is copper, right? So there's a copper
Bronze.
coil here.
Yes.
There's one inside, and then there's like gold and then is there a crystal down there?
I honestly don't know.
There's like several layers.
Can I hold
Each
this right
layer-
now? I don't even have a cough. I don't know. Sometimes when certain energy comes around, as Jeff knows, I start coughing.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if somebody comes around that smokes from the other side, she gets.
Well, this came in 3
You got
different
water in there,
sizes.
too.
I actually have a small one that I keep in my pocket, which is keeps me.
I can actually get
For
the-
health.
with each
And you
arm.
just you can put this even if it's bigger on the
Yeah.
little plate.
But this is for you. You know, if you're hurting, I put it by the fireplace. If you're looking to block an area, or you think an area's got a negative energy, you put that with this in that area. And then I've got a real big one I use for the house. It actually goes up on the
And
roof.
what's that plate made out of?
I'm going
It's
to
a
guess
metal.
it feels like an aluminum to me,
It's a-
but
like
I
aluminum.
honestly.
So it doesn't-
It's a certain the way it is processed, and because the way the guy got it, they're out of Arizona. They've got a website, and
You know
I don't
what's
have it.
funny? I'll tell you about Arizona. In fact, I was just invited again. It was my first radio break many years ago on John Jane Rich show. But what I found out from there is it is one of the 7 doors they say to heaven.
Yes,
There's
correct.
one in Arizona in
Yeah.
Phoenix. And so I did a show there, and I asked Geronimo to come through.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It blew out all the satellites in Arizona.
Oh, really?
They go,
In
did you just
Arizona?
do that, Rebecca?
Yeah.
I'm like, I wasn't going to own that. I go, I think I need to go now.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think it was me. I think it was Geronimo.
Yeah, so sure.
Yeah,
I'd be a little
because
upset.
it has a huge door. It's one of the 7 doors to heaven.
I thought it was Sedona, but it could be.
I think it's Phoenix too.
Phoenix?
I'm almost positive. Yeah,
well,
so
I know
maybe it's the whole
Sedona's-
area.
It's a vortex. but
Right.
There is one with a big rock formation, and that could be Phoenix.
Yeah.
Outside of Phoenix in the desert somewhere.
Yeah, it's in Arizona for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I want to say hi to everybody. We have Christine, we have Joanne, we have Rose, we have Joanne. Oh, that's Joanne again. We've got Jam Jelly. I don't know who that is. Hi, Jam. We have Camille, and of course, here we go with Jeff. We have Rhonda, Rona. Oh God, so many people. Hi, Mandy. Mandy's in Arizona now. She used to be my neighbor. I've known her since
Hi,
she was
Mandy.
very young. And yeah, we got a bunch of people on here. Oh, a bunch more. We have Lisa Marie. We have, gosh, Anna. A lot of people tonight. Paula. Hi, Paula. She's unfortunately lost her child like we did. So we all can identify, unfortunately. But
That's
we all
true.
know that our children are good and had many. I have had many signs, and so have you.
I wrote a song called "Broken," which it's going to be on the next album. If you want to play another song, there's one called "Awaken."
Load Facebook in there.
Yeah, but you know what Paula had said earlier, I think it was Paula, how unfortunate we can identify, and it's so nice to have somebody else on the show that can identify also.
The things that you realize and the things that I saw the night he passed.
Right.
I had my iPhone, and I took a set picture outside of the clouds. It was nighttime, and all of a sudden the screen became a moving picture, and the clouds became animated,
Right.
And half the screen was going up and down, and there was a cloud that was going like this, literally like this, and all I heard was one word, over and over and over. And I go, what is it? Pray, 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 pray. And I got down on my knees and I prayed, and for my son, I knew it. And about a half an hour later, I got the phone call, and I just knew that, obviously, based on what happened 3 years earlier, which I told you with my visions, this was nothing new, but I knew this was not good. So it's very hard.
Well, you know what? The thing is, thank God we know there's a heaven. Thank God we have been exposed to the paranormal or the scientific, like I would say, oddities that, you know, like I know for sure there's still dimensions because I went through the portal that they talk about now in the San Fernando Valley, right off the Ventura, right by my office, actually. And so I'm an eyewitness to that, and also the photographs like you, many similarities, you know. And maybe we suffer the loss of our children. Like, everybody's so afraid to die in heaven, but these kids are so sensitive and just weren't ready for this vibration here, weren't equipped for it. It's a harsh dimension.
Very, very
they
harsh
went.
dimension.
I know it for a fact. Sarah's in heaven. Sarah helps me on a lot of my jobs now because I've heard it many times on the phone. Your son probably knows my daughter now, okay? Because they were both little hotties. Okay, so I'm sure they know each other.
Yes.
And so.
Yeah,
as we grieve,
smile.
because it's normal to grieve, we also have to have that faith and knowledge. And I have physical evidence that Sarah's okay, more than okay. She's in she's like in the 10-star hotel.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what? They have food up there. They have to complete their education like Sarah did.
Oh,
if they
good.
don't do it here, she was a little upset one day because they were making her go to school, and Sarah wasn't the best wanting to go in a conventional arena. And I said, Sarah, just do what they ask you to do. You need to be educated. Just do it. They have all of it. It's a real working world.
You said my son was going to school to either learn moderation, which definitely he needed to learn, and anger. I mean,
Anger management, but also he likes to work with the kids, the young people.
Yeah.
So he's
He
doing
does.
good work up
He's
there.
amazing with children.
Yeah, I could tell. He said he was working with the children. I know Sarah has friends. I had a dream that she was walking with her friends, and they all had new purses. But, you know, she was a little fashionista. She was a trendsetter in her time. Remember before the mustaches became popular, and then all of a sudden they became really popular with the fake mustaches and the pink ones? Sarah was doing that before anybody was. And I used to think it was a little weird, but she was on to something.
I never heard that. I have never heard that.
She did. She was doing that. Everybody knew her by, you know, those fake mustaches things, and pink ones and all kinds. Then I'm like, darn it, you should have like really marketed on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she would come up with things that would happen. She was very funny, very, very hilarious. One time Sarah decided that she would go to the mall dressed in a fat suit. Sarah wasn't very much in shape. I'm like, Sarah, somebody's going to throw rocks at you. She goes, no, Mom, it'll be funny. I'm like, I'm staying in the parking lot with her. She was with her friend Autumn. I go, Sarah, it's not a good idea. But she was a little prankster, and she wanted to spy on a boyfriend, so she didn't think he would notice. Well, lo and behold, somebody threw rocks at the girls in their fat suits, and she was like, oh my God, my mom is right. But she would do crazy stuff like that.
Whenever Debbie says something's going to happen, unfortunately, it does.
Yeah.
So yes, I understand the feeling.
I stayed in the parking lot with extra clothes, you know, and she had a lot of padding on.
Yes.
It was so funny. How did anybody think that was real? But anyway, they had a good time until the rocks started coming. Oh. And actually, the boyfriend didn't even notice her. She was able to do a little spying on him.
Wow. Hey.
So funny. And so she was definitely a character, that girl. And very spicy, and she was a little bit of a wild pony, you know.
How old was she?
17. So, you know, but I know Sarah's fine. I know it gives me comfort to know where she is. Yes, I'll join her one of these days.
Yes.
Not anytime soon, knock on wood, because I have her brother, Vincent, and she loves to take care of him, which is good. And he can't get away with anything. Not that he would want it anyway, but she's always telling me, you know, funny stories, or you know, hey Mom, him and his wife are having a little tiff. I'll know because his wife is her best friend since they were all 5 and 6. Yeah, so it's interesting. But your son will come to many ways, Sarah's come to me in so many mysterious ways. And I don't question it because I know it's real.
Yeah.
So everybody out there, if you're having communications from your loved one, take heed. It is real. It's not your imagination, If you've seen something oddity or paranormal, whatever, write it down. You might not be able to explain it, but at least acknowledge it, right? We're living witnesses that a paranormal world lives within our world.
Absolutely.
Instead of normal, it's paranormal. Makes sense, right?
That's correct.
And
Well, that's where the music comes from here, is that the
healing energy through music, right?
But the words themselves, a lot of people don't know what's going on. They know now something is happening. They're seeing something out of the corner of their eye. They're seeing something. It's there, and they don't know why. And that's, I think, the music is more or less waking people up.
Right.
We were talking about before you came in about the fact that music frequency can trigger the brain to heal, self-heal, and we were researching that a lot when I was in school.
Yeah, Anna, one of the listeners, she wants to know if the music can help to heal her lungs, and also if something like this can help with the lungs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and how would people find this though? How would they buy it?
Believe it or not, I just have Amazon.com. They have all of it.
No, but not the
plate.
Not the plate.
But the pyramids.
Yeah, no, the plate is important, and I'll look it up.
Pyramid and the plate. Where could you get this though?
Amazon, and it is a healing center.
It's gotta be. You gotta be really sure that it's real organite.
That's so Amazon.com, and what is this called again?
There's
it's an organite.
It's also tourmaline. Tourmaline crystals that are inside there also.
Wow. So I'm gonna hold it in my hands. Now what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna have a little test here. Do we need to put a dab of water on that or not? Oh.
And you want to get the ones that are homemade, and there are certain people that do it the correct way.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you do is you place water on there, and you leave it on there for about 5 minutes, and it does
and as the EMF
raise the energy of the water. And again, before you drink water, it's best. And I'm not going to drink your water. Is to literally say, love, healing waters, and say good things to the water, because it does change the frequency of the water.
Okay. So what I'm going to do this for Anna or anybody, and my friend Janine Angelis was on here. But I don't know what happened. Maybe my thing's not going up. Anyway, I wanted to acknowledge her because I saw her on here listening to us. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to do this for you guys. And also Scott and Debbie and Jeff. I'm going to say love, love, love. And who's ever watching this, we're going to put a healing prayer out for you, or mantra. We're going to use the products he has. And Anna, we're going to put out there for your lungs. If anybody else has a complaint, put it on right now. Hi, Tessie Ward, a music genius, and also very connected to the music world. Okay. So Tessie, I hope you're enjoying the show. Tessie had a wonderful husband that passed away, a very well-known musician, and so she can understand music for sure.
I see Farm Origins, PHARMORIGINS.
Okay.
That evidently is the website. Look that up, and they're out of Arizona. It's a Tesla plate, yeah.
Okay.
But that's
a Tesla plate, right then?
Yeah, the Tesla plate.
But we'll put it on our website too. But I'm going to go love, 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 love. Right? Everybody out there, you have a healing. If you need a healing, and if it's necessary for you to ask for another person, your loved ones, we're going to do this. I'm going to hold that after I put the water on it, like Scott said, for 5 minutes, and we're going to just see what happens, right?
Right.
Look, no expectations, but no limitations. So we're going to take it into, as much as we can to other dimensions, and ask the good Lord to help us too.
It's on Amazon. Amazon even has the Tesla plate.
Is it does it have the? It's got to have the what you call it, the marking on it to make sure, because there is someone out there that does have a purple plate, and it's not the same. So you got to be very careful what you're buying.
And you know what? I want to tell one of these.
Yeah, it's EIP. It's the company. This is it. EIP, original Nikola Tesla positive energy purple plate.
There you go.
Okay.
Amazon's great.
Good. Joanne.
I love Amazon.
Joanne, it's normal to get dimes from heaven, all kinds of, believe me, I was in a haunted hotel in Ventura, and the coins were flying out of nowhere. 14 witnesses,
Yep.
and the warmth of the hand with the person throwing it. Now I thought, how does this person have such a good aim? I actually thought it came. I didn't thought. What am I talking about? We saw it come through glass in the room we were sitting. But the guy where his mother used to own the hotel, he was a golfer, a professional golfer. And back in the days, they didn't have tees, right? So they used coins. So he knew how to flip a coin for sure.
My mother's father just passed away. My mother's husband just passed away. He was a CPA, and she was finding
Coins.
dimes.
But wait, you tell the
everywhere.
story. It was in the garage, which was it was really a mess.
Right.
There was boxes and dirt, and the dime and the quarter that she was finding were pristine, shiny. I mean, like sparkled.
Like that's how it was too. I mean,
Yeah.
and I picked a nickel up. I remember because they were mostly dimes, but there was a couple of nickels, and the warmth of the hand of the man that threw it was on there still.
Wow.
And so we tried it again. We went back to the hotel in Ventura, which is known to be haunted, and we went to the room where it was a banquet room. And I've said, okay, if you're really here, throw a quarter. Oh my God, there was nobody in there. It was dark. And a coin, it was a quarter, flew across the room and hit the window. I'm like, okay, that's enough for me. You know what I mean? I was like,
sure.
because he started getting very
Aggressive.
active.
Yeah.
And he started throwing chairs around, and I had young
Yeah, sure.
kids there, and I had to tell him, knock it off. It's the Pierpont Hotel. You can look it up in Ventura. It's known to be haunted, right? So, did you hear that? Who was that guy? Did you hear that? You hear that man talking right now? No, you guys, if you're out there watching this show, there was a man said two things right now in the room. Yeah, you had the headphones on, Dave. Yeah. Jeff, did you hear that?
I heard
It was
some kind
like
of
hum.
mumble.
I thought it was outside. I thought it
No,
was out there.
it's not. It was right
That's
in
why I
here. There's
looked at
nobody
her. I thought
standing
maybe she
out
did
there.
something.
Right, no, there's nobody out there. So maybe it's the guy from the Pierpont Hotel. You can look it up. His mom was very nice. She lived to almost 100 years old. Yeah, but to tell you the truth, it's a little active for me now, so I haven't been actually back there. I mean, I'm tempted, but it was over the top. Now, also, a man from India appeared behind me with a jeweled turban. We had pictures of him. Okay, we took his picture, and he was standing right behind me. He was outside the window, came in behind me. He had an Indian, like,
Oh my.
you think it was all embroidered
Sure.
with gold. And the turban, I didn't even know. But then I find out when my son did the DNA thing, we're related
That's what I was about
to
to say.
somebody in
That's
India.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because the
that's
British traded with India, so they had to have money, so they probably knew the guy or were related to him somehow.
Yeah.
Was somebody married into something, and they could have been royal because my dad's family was connected to all the very wealthy people in England and also in America. So there was something to it. Like I was like, why would he come to me? Now I know. And guess what though? Those little stinkers, they erased all of our evidence.
Who?
The ghosts.
Oh, I know.
So there's no trace.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there was nothing for us to prove that the story was real except 14 people. But still, I would have had physical evidence, and I don't have it. So they didn't.
I've got plenty of pictures.
Yeah, I wish I had. Yeah. I don't know if this is stuck now, I think, Jeff. So anyway, I'm glad. Can we hear some of the music now? You guys
Please.
want to?
You want to put Awaken on?
Stuck, it's there.
Oh.
Awaken is a song right now that I wrote. I find most people don't look up anymore, and they keep their head down, and they forget that there is a heaven.
Right.
And I think it's number 4, I believe. This,
I got it.
Shall we do this while we're playing the music? We should all put a healing energy out for the people because of that.
Sure.
And then, you think this is infused properly already?
I'm sure it is. What it does is it energizes the water, and you should be tasting it prior and tasting it afterwards.
Okay, so I'll taste it.
Because it tastes much softer after you're done.
Yeah, it's a little different.
She's not coughing. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to hold this in my hand. And should we put it on top like that?
And that magnifies the energy of the Tesla plate by putting
Okay.
it there.
Nobody looked at my nails. I didn't have them done. Okay. Oops. Okay. So here we go.
All right, here's Awaken.
Awaken. No, that's the same song.
Oh, my heart clicked. Bad click. Okay, here we go.
The Look up and I see the stars out tonight. Look up and I feel things just ain't right. Look up and I hear the people cry. I look up and I wonder why. Don't you want to know what is? Do we really exist? Is life but a flame? A star burning out, is it the same? Look up and I see things have changed for me. I look up and I feel the ceiling has rearranged. Look up and I hear the dolphins cry. I look up and I just don't know why. Have we lost our way? Will we be here another day? Are these the end of days? Will we be here to mend our ways? Look up and I see stars came out for me. Will they move tonight and prove that we are right? Life is everywhere. Just expand your mind and care. To blame, awaken from this sleep. All the secrets to unfold, ours to keep.
Wow, it's making my hand warm. The metal with the
plate.
plate on top.
Oh, yeah.
This, but you know what? Is the first one? I would like to play that because I really love that song too. It's the first one. What's the name of the first?
Come
one?
With Me.
Yeah.
Come with me.
But is that the one about the love and?
There's
I Do is the
it could be
one.
I Do.
I think think it's I do.
Yeah,
Exactly
play I
that.
do.
Play I
Want
do?
to?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, I do.
I
Here
do.
we go. I will.
A lot of people like that for their wedding song,
Yes,
right?
that's what's been happening, yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
So I'm putting the healing energy out for Susie Lewis and her knees, and Anna's lungs, and just anybody out there that needs a little bit of a
You can do
a
it
healing.
for Sneaky's heart.
Mm-hmm.
My little
If
Sneaky.
you want a good rock tune, Source is the last one, but that can be later.
Okay, here we go. I do.
I can never run out of things to say, things to do, things to feel. About how much I love you, I do. My thoughts are all of you, my last breath is you. Our souls together, baby, I do. How can I tell you my feelings any more than I do? How can I be the only one for you? How can I show you my day starts and ends with you? How can I prove that my love won't end by spending it with you? You, only with you, you, baby, I do. Marry me soon. Let's continue our lives as husband and wife. Let us grow old together and never age a day. Because I have you, I do. Be mine forever, my sacred love. And you're my heaven from above. Written in the book, together, what shall we become? I do, only with you. I do, only for you. Baby, I do. Baby, I live for you. How can I tell you my feelings any more than I do? How can I be the only one for you? I only want us believing in dreams that come true. I do, only for you. I do, oh baby, I do. Let your love wash away my tears. Only with you. I
Wow, that was wonderful. But I want to find the one that's these are my favorites, but the
Number
one that
one.
I'm my favorite.
I think it's number one.
The one where he hasn't been treating her good.
The one that, yes, the one with the marriage and the splits up. And
Yeah.
Try number one.
I can't remember the name of it.
Or is it, I mean,
Come with me.
no, it's
No.
number two. It's number
My
two.
favorite one.
Yeah,
Life's
I think
Not Easy?
Life's
Life's Not Easy,
Life's
man.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's it, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. And
Well, I
play
have
that.
to tell you something. That I had a traumatic brain injury. I fell
Oh, my.
a year ago, and it was right here in my head. And I haven't had any effects from it that you could tell, but my head started vibrating right in this area. I got injured.
Just
Yeah.
now?
When we were listening to your
Oh,
music.
okay.
Yeah, I should
Something
put
must
this.
have- yeah,
Okay,
right
I
ahead.
put
Yes.
it on my head.
No, I'm
Yeah,
serious.
no, that's what you do.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
When I have a headache or I want to work on my third eye, I just put it right here.
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, that's why I have the small one.
Okay, you ready?
I'm assuming, I believe that's the one.
Well, let's try Life's Not Easy.
If you don't like the beginning, then just go to number 1, which is Come With Me.
All right, here's Life's Not Easy.
I've had a bad week. Does she love me still? Or is this the end? Can I find my 4-leaf clover? Can I still make amends? Sometimes life's not easy. Sometimes life's not fair. Sometimes there's another man who has more time to share. Is there another lover? I'm tortured by the thought. What happened to my children? Have I lost the battle fought? I've lived through a million sad songs. Can I ever right these wrongs? A young soul as fragile as the line. It's all okay, things will be fine. Sometimes life's not easy. A moment I can't forget. Sometimes the pain it offers grows with each and every breath. Contemplating our lives and the meaning of our souls. The veil coming down has taken its toll. A man with no love of life is living in sin. A world with no love of life. Is this the place we're in? Is this the place we're in? Is there a chance for us all? A chance to find the meaning of all. A man with no love of life is living in sin. Living out the darkest night. Is this the place we're in? Is this the place we're in? Can I find my 4-leaf clover? Or is this the end?
Love it, love it. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
a song for people that have had marital troubles
Yes.
and know there is maybe a nice ending to whatever
Mm-hmm.
they're going through. And Anna says a beautiful song.
Thank you.
And I've been healing myself with this because it seemed to be working, especially on my head.
Yes.
You know?
It
It
definitely
does work. In your neck area, because sometimes you have referred pain. So
Uh-huh.
it could be coming, you know, your neck pain, it can be coming.
I don't have any neck pain, but I hit my head really hard on this side, and they said I had traumatic brain injury and something else.
Keep it.
So, oh, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Oh, thank you.
It works.
It works. Just keep it in
Yeah.
your pocket. Keep it close to you. Put it, put it in your
Okay,
keys.
I'll
or-
put it in my brassiere right now.
when you use the pyramid, it
Pyramid
intensifies.
pyramid
does, it
magnifies.
intensifies.
Especially if you've got chemtrails going along above your home, they can't hold form, and that they dissipate immediately above your house.
here's this. And where can they find this to get this?
They can. There's a couple places you can go to. Either my website, which is scotthowardmusic.com. It can be found on, I believe, Apple Music,
Apple Music.
Amazon, iTunes, and matter of fact, that song you just heard, which is "Life's Not Easy,"
Right.
there's a music video which you can hear on my channel, my YouTube channel, which is Scott Howard.
Okay.
And you can hear that. Awaken. There's a couple others there as well.
And it'll cue you in where to go, too.
Huh?
Purchase it, won't it? Won't they go on your site?
Yes, you go. My site, you can buy it off the site, or you can go on iTunes, Amazon, Apple, any of those places, and purchase the CD.
Okay, so everybody, let's support Scott so he can still continue to do his magic. And one more song I want to play for you guys is the one that says, Source, Shine the Light.
Right, Source. Right.
Yeah.
And there are also some secret, there are some hidden, I guess, pictures on the albums. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but you're going to have to go and look for them and find them, like the Beatles did back way back when.
Yeah.
So I figured I would bring that back. It's time to bring the album cover back.
And then what we're going to do, we're going to play one more song,
Sure.
and then we're going to take calls for the next half hour, and you
Okay.
guys can participate if you would
Okay.
love to, right?
Before we do that, do you want to say anything about those photos? Do you want to take a look at those photos that he did, the clouds and stuff that?
My photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
should
can we
do-
can we put them on when you're playing
Yeah,
the music
yeah.
too? Or can you do that?
Well, no, take a look at them.
Oh.
And here, I'll give them to you while we're playing the
Okay.
music, because there's some interesting phenomena that he had in there.
How can my client?
My life is
They're
a
up.
big
They're up
phenomenon.
on the Dancing with Ghosts site. I
Okay.
posted the photos.
Okay, go to the site and look at all the photos, and Scott will look at them for a minute
Sure.
and then interpret, and we'll take calls.
Okay, so I'm going to play. Which one did you want me to play? The
Source is
Source.
the last one.
Here you go.
Source. Where is it? Okay, here we go.
I'll keep that.
The trumpets are sounding to many suns above. From
I dedicated this song to all our
movements
fans right now.
comes the light. We are love. We are love. The high ground's calling, intentions clear. The real wealth is what we hold so dear. We are love. We are love. From the darkest places, shine the light. We are one, we are many. Shine the light. In my sleep, I'm awakened. Shine the light. We are everywhere. We are source. The truth lies ahead, or peace instead. Know your mission in life. Find the light. Find the light. The battle's won. The war goes on. Who are we to question the divine? The great divine. From the darkest places, shine the light. We are one, we are many. Shine the light. We are everywhere. We are souls. If only the world could make a change. The hearts that were closed could open again. If only the poor could rise from their beds, and the uninspired could rise from the dead. Gold and silver riches untold. Find what really matters. We are love. We are love. We are love. We are love. In the darkest hours, shine the light. We are one, we are many. Shine the light. Starships and angels, shine the light. We are everywhere. We are souls. We are souls. We are souls. Listen to the trumpets play in the sky. We are love. We are love.
Tessie, she said, Tessie Ward said an international company or movie soundtrack needs to license that song. And she's an expert in the music world. So it's an honor, Tessie, to
Thank
have
you.
have Scott and, listen to Scott's music and,
Thank you very much.
and
Appreciate it.
to
Wonderful.
comment on, the
That's-
value of your music.
Thank
And
you.
also, the reason I'm encouraging people to get his album, Scott Howard and Ascended Man, is because the music does have healing energy on it. And I wouldn't be promoting it unless I thought that for sure. You know what I mean? So you guys, you should get a copy of it. It'll inspire you. It may heal you. You might just love it
That's yeah.
because you love it.
I find that people have my music in their song rotation for between 2 and 3 years. They'll keep it in their car.
Yeah.
And they'll literally keep playing it and playing
Over
it
and over again. That's what I was doing, but then I gave it away. I gave it.
Well, you've got 5 more here.
Yeah,
so-
thank you. Yeah, I keep giving them away, and I'm like, you gotta listen to this. It's really
Yeah,
good music. I have people come in office sometimes, and they say they sing, and I don't want to discourage, but I and I'll be honest, I say you need a singing. All the great singers have singing lessons. I don't know if you ever had to, but but this was like when I heard it, I'm like, oh. Yeah, this is pretty amazing.
Thank
So
you.
it's great. Anna's waiting. She's waiting to call, so we're going to open the lines.
Sure.
And Rose, I do see your mother actually, and she has the most beautiful, vibrant smile. She's just smiling. So I don't know if she ever had a teeth problem or a tooth problem, but she's got such a big smile right now for Rose. And we've got a dog in the house right now. So we've been talking about dogs. So somebody's dog named Charlie is in here. You guys didn't have a dog named Charlie, right?
No, but Rose does.
No, but her
Rose-
dog was barking over here.
Oh yeah,
Was watching here.
She sees. Seriously, she knows.
Yeah.
And now she's relaxed.
Okay, Tessie said, my pleasure, Scott's music is inspiring. Just purchase the album.
Uh-huh.
Yay! Thank you, Tessie, and I encourage everybody else to, because I'm not kidding, I'm not promoting it for any other reason that I love it, and also it has something magical about it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I
so
appreciate it.
it's
definitely.
great. Okay, and I'm putting all this healing energy out to you guys. I'm holding this.
Yes.
We're putting it out for you guys, and I hope it reaches you, which I think it might. And let's take our first call. You guys ready?
Here we
Sure.
go.
I'm going to have Scott and Debbie help. And of course, Jeff, you can chime in too.
Welcome to Dancing with Ghosts. Could I have your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm calling from Seattle.
Oh my.
Oh, hi, Nicole. How are you tonight?
Hi. Great. I've been listening to your show for years, and I
Okay.
can't believe I actually made it in.
Well, it was meant to be, right? Because we got Scott and Debbie
Right.
here. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the color that I see in your aura. Whoa, I just saw an orb fly here right over you, okay? It was like, whoa, okay? So and I don't know if you guys caught that on the camera or not, but my eye caught it. Your vibrant colors are orange. Right now, I see a lot of orange around you, which is usually using your creative music talent, but I don't know, Scott's in here too. So have you ever wanted to, I don't know if you love music or ever wanted to learn music, or do you want to sing? Even if you think you can't sing, that doesn't mean you can't. Take a singing lesson.
Go in the shower.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea, Scott. Yeah. And what color do you think you see around her? Now you just have to
I was seeing orange. This is the funniest thing you said. I saw orange. And-
immediately, yeah, so we're both on the same page. But Debbie, using your psychic ability a little differently. So what did you see?
I saw more of a lavender.
Lavender. Light purple is usually a sign of some psychic ability. So I think that her creative mind, whatever she wants to do, whether it's gardening or painting or anything, along with her intuitive ability, it will grow because it was kind of connected to each other, right? I also see the name James around her. That could be a first name or a last name. So at this time, do you know who Jim or James is? Because if you don't, you will.
Okay. My father-in-law's, actually my husband's father, his name is Jim.
Did he pass away or he's still living? I thought he was. No, I thought he was
He's
still
still
living.
living.
Yeah, he's still living. Okay, he just needs a little extra attention. So when you guys get a chance, maybe you want to just, a little Father's Day is coming up. But also, who's here is James or Jim's mother is here on the other side. And
Okay.
she wanted to acknowledge her son, which would be your husband's grandmother. So she wanted to say,
Wow.
yeah, and she likes you very much. I don't know if you ever got a chance to meet her, but she loves you very much. And it's definitely James' mother. Now, what's your take on this, you guys?
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
No more pizza.
That's so funny. I'm Italian. I'd say enjoy the pizza. And how about you, Deb? What do you see around her?
You mentioned Jim or James. I just saw somebody a little on the lonely side, just needing a little more attention.
Yeah, maybe he's melancholy. Could be
Okay.
thinking a lot about his mom.
Yeah.
Mother's Day just passed. So maybe you or your husband can ask, your father-in-law about his own mother and what his thoughts are on her, or if he's been thinking about her lately. He might open up a conversation.
Okay, yeah. I know he's met her before, but only once or twice.
Your husband, right?
But you're right.
Right. So either ask her what he thought about her, or James, her son. It'd be good to open up that conversation about his own parents or maybe his own childhood. Now, what do you guys think about that?
I think you're right on the money.
You're the psychic.
Okay.
I'm the songwriter. You're the psychic.
I know, but you guys both have a lot coming through.
Oh,
I
she
do.
does.
I'm already.
Oh, my God.
I get these electric.
So, yeah.
I
So,
can't.
and also, I feel like you could have an amazing year. You have to be a little careful that if you're buying anything new, a house, a car, or anything that has a purchase to it, to be checking out the fine print on your contract. Now, we all think we do that, but sometimes it's very difficult to see that there is something in the wording, because lawyers work on wording, so be very careful with that. But I do see you'll have good luck in a purchase if you're very conscious about what you're doing. Not that you won't,
great.
but yeah, we all make mistakes sometimes, so I feel like it'll be a good purchase.
Right.
I also feel some travel around you, but it's not like going to Vancouver, which is very close. It's more going to a warmer place, and it seemed very,
nice.
yeah, a little bit warmer, maybe tropical or just maybe warmer. I'm not clear on it, but that's going to come up. Travel, you have the travel color around you, which is multiple colors on one side of you. So you're pretty interesting. Now, can you let us know if you use your intuitive ability, or have you ever had a psychic moment? That'd be interesting.
I try to use it as much as possible, but I honestly am a little bit nervous of it, or afraid of how to use it.
I went through that about 3 years ago, where all of a sudden I started seeing things, and it freaked me out. And all I can tell you is you get used to it.
Yeah, you do get used to
It's
it.
not like you have a choice.
Right? I don't have any choice at all in the matter. I
Right.
had to get used to it. And so, but I'm going to
Yeah.
teach you a little lesson while you're on the line, okay? Let's transfer this. You become the psychic. I become the guest, okay? What color do I have in my aura? Now, don't think about it. Just say what comes right out of your mouth. You're not going to be wrong.
Purple and like an aquamarine color.
Oh, well, I am born in the month of March. That is my color. Oh, you are too? We're both. What day is yours?
12th.
Mine's the 20th.
Oh,
Okay, so we're both Pisces, born in March. So what color do you think Debbie has? I keep wanting to call you Deb, and there's something.
Everybody always calls me Dad.
Oh, that's why.
My father used to call me
Yeah,
Dad.
he's passed though, right? He's right over there now, and he keeps telling me to say Deb.
It's all he used to
Yeah,
call
you
me.
hear me say it for a minute, and I caught myself. Okay, so your daddy's here, and okay, what color do you think Deb has? We're gonna make you work here.
One that came to the first one that came to my mind was magenta for some reason.
Oh, but
Yeah.
you know what is magenta? It's marriage. It's all about marriage. It's all about being married. It's all about, as we know, marriage isn't so easy. But I'm feeling that is probably the case, but that's a good thing, having magenta.
Right.
Also, somebody close to you may be getting married, so don't be surprised if you hear about that.
I can't believe you just said that because oh my goodness.
Now shocked her, that's a good thing.
I was thinking about marriage, wedding
Yeah.
for her.
Oh, for you, are you married? Nicole?
Oh, I am married, yes.
Uh-huh.
I felt like when you said travel, I felt like there's a wedding coming up for
Yeah, then,
go to or something.
then it may be
wedding.
for you, Nicole, but we'll think about it, okay? Because you're both on the marriage thing. And Nicole,
great.
I'm hearing very strongly also that you could change your house around. I don't know if it's remodel, expanding, or buying a new property, but you could be very lucky in anything with real estate this year. Be wise, do your homework, but there is a lucky break in there for you.
We were thinking about buying my my husband's family house.
Well, that might be
yeah,
right because
that
we've
makes a lot
got
of sense.
Jim here. Yeah, so he does want you to be
Right.
just as smart about buying his property as you would do with any property. So, he's excited when you said that. He was very excited. Your dad was excited for her. But your dad, you know what? You both got your dads here. And your dad, though, Deb, is he's a very smart guy, very much in something to do with businesses or something, and that he's trying to help you guys in anything you need help with also. And he talked about selling a property. So you are you thinking about selling a property?
Yes.
Okay, you need to put a little St. Joseph in the front or have somebody
to
do
do
it
that.
for you.
Okay.
And with a matter of weeks or very soon, it could start moving. Okay? He's trying to help you with that. Now, her dad is helping her also with the purchase of his own home. But he says there's a little couple of things that he does want you to look at. Property line, which maybe you know about, but he says to check just like he would do with any other properties. Easements, property lines, plumbing. Do your homework so you know what you're up against in some renovations.
Okay, great. Do you see anything job-wise for me? I've been thinking about making career moves and what to do next.
You have a lot of yellow energy. What color do you think her? Deb's my co-host today. Or cohort. Was that a cohort?
I saw the yellows and I saw some red.
Well, that's
I
using
saw
her.
red too someplace. I don't
Yeah.
know where I saw the red from.
Well, that's using your creative mind to do something that you really love. Remember I said pay attention, be aware. Use that intuitive ability that you have, the streak of creative that you haven't used that much, and look for what you love because that's what will make you happy and keep your health in order.
Yes.
So I think it's a necessary change, actually, not really a choice. But I'm telling you, out of some miraculous happening from your father-in-law, I think he's going to help you with that too. Do you like anything that would have helping people? Because even though I don't quite know that you use your medical side, you have something like a healer, but I don't know exactly where I'm going with that.
Like a Reiki.
Well, I work right now in accounting, and I have been thinking about what I can do to help people.
Right, like he said, maybe
And,
Reiki, or it could be
okay.
a home-based business. So there's something where you'll have more freedom, won't do a 9 to 5, and keep looking around. You're going to find it. There's a lot of legitimate home-based businesses, and also you have this slight creative streak you don't use. And in accounting, I mean, that's pretty analytical. So open up to using something a little bit creative, and you will bridge what you know and an independent sort of career.
Yeah, you can run the Scott Howard fan club.
Yeah. Your dad was
I really
laughing
didn't
so
know you
hard.
were
My father.
Yeah, he was very laughing. But he had a good sense of humor,
I
right?
did. Oh, he used to play all kinds of jokes on me.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I was growing up.
He was laughing when you said that. But I think this is going to be an amazing year. Now, take some sea salt bath and scrubs. You have a lot of love around you, but the love of what you want to do, put a little pink on there. Put a little swash of yellow maybe on your body somewhere. You could stick it in your brassiere like I with this healing thing here. And then the name Dave or David is also very clear, unless that's somebody you know. You know Dave? No, it's for Nicole.
That's my brother.
Yeah, it's for Nicole.
I
Because
have a brother named David.
Yeah, it's Dave or David. Yeah, because he also needs a little lift, like a little how do I say? I can't even get it in my mind. A little uplifting. And
Okay.
And but he seems like a good guy. You do talk to your brother, right?
Yeah, he is a really good guy.
Yeah, he's a good egg. That's what I heard. So we'll put a lot of healing and positive energy around the both of you. And your mom's alive, though, correct?
Yes, both of my parents are alive.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because it's only James is coming through plus Deb's dad. But you know what? I better get on to another call because we don't have much time. But thank you for being our fan. We'll put the healing energy out to you for a good career that makes you happy, good health,
Thank you
and
for listening.
also going on your amazing trips, your adventures.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, your intuitive ability will work overtime. Now remember, the lighter the brighter good, or deep emotions, it's not negative, it just means they're a deep person. But like if you have deep purple, a lot of psychic ability, if you have light purple, some coming through. If you see a black energy, that does mean to pay attention, be aware, and it might be the person is very negative, or maybe there's just something up with them. Okay, so anyway, and the colors, red is also, a lot of entertainment people, musicians have red energy. Orange is using that creative mindset that you don't have yet. Green is money, dark green, light green is healing. That's a little sort of quick list. Okay, but you're open up some of your psychic ability. Don't be afraid, because it's more for you rather than for others.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for calling. We're going to take a next caller, and good luck. And thanks, Deb.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks.
helping a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. But let me talk about your dad again for a minute while Jeff gets another call.
I got it. I'll just hold mute it for a second.
Okay.
Hang on. Go
Okay,
ahead.
your dad also is showing me a car, but it's a bigger car. So did he like, back in the day?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
because he has one in heaven. He
That's
says,
my dad.
Yeah, he says, you don't really need wheels here, but I got a big car because I like it.
That was my dad.
Yeah, and he talked a lot about, it's funny, he talks a lot about Florida too.
That's where he lived.
Oh, he did?
Retired there, yes.
Oh, he said Florida. Yeah, he actually kind of liked it, actually.
Yeah, he
right?
did. Oh, he
Yeah.
loved it there.
Yeah, he said a lot of people and, pretty good weather, and just loved it. He said, I'm glad that I had a good rest of my life. Does that make
Right.
sense?
I had 1 year left with my dad, and I moved down to Florida to be with him.
Oh,
Sick.
that's what he said. I had a good rest of my life. So he wanted to thank you so much for being there and getting him food, something about food.
Yeah, he was on a strict diet, and he would make me buy him things he wasn't supposed to
Yeah, he
have.
said thank you for the good food.
I did the same thing with my father, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, the beer. He loved the beer.
Yeah, and I didn't see your dad yet. Deb's dad is like clear as day.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to
Okay,
next
you ready?
call.
You ready? Welcome to Dancing with Ghosts. Could I have your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, this is Desiree. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
I've
Hey,
been a
Desiree.
fan of yours for a very long time.
Oh, thank you. We really appreciate. We do the show out of love. And we like to have. We'll probably have more guests, but I like to make sure they're kind of like unique to this.
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
They're not afraid. We have someone coming on though in the next couple of weeks, and it's to do with addiction and her healing and her ability to move from a very dark place. And I wanted to ask. Drew Pinsky, because he happened to be her doctor, Drew, or Susan, if you're listening, thank you for my client. You were her doctor, and I would hope that maybe you do the show with her. So that'll be hopefully in the near future. But how can we help you tonight?
Oh, I'm calling because I feel I wanted to get your advice. My grandmother I feel like she's been sending me messages. I feel her very intensely around me for the last maybe week or so. And I almost feel like a nervous energy, and I just want to make sure that maybe I'm reading an energy wrong, or if it is my grandmother who's coming through.
It is your grandmother for sure, no question in my mind. And I'm not a doctor, so I'll tell you little medical tips because I'm an intuitive, and she keeps saying that you're not drinking enough water, that you need to keep good health of your bladder and anything to do with the bladder.
Yes, I have actually been having a side pain, like a kidney pain, and I thought maybe I'm not drinking enough water.
Yeah, so you want to do not ignore that. If it continues, I would take some cranberry juice possibly with lemon, also drink more water and get that, you want to get it checked out. I wouldn't just ignore it, okay? Because she's very concerned about, bladder, kidney.
Sure.
And it doesn't mean you have anything wrong with you. I think that you just need to drink more water, but still being on the proactive side, I would probably go get it checked out.
Okay, I will definitely do that.
Uh-huh.
And is she sending me like I don't know why I feel nervous about the energy.
No, she's just nervous that you need to check out the kidney and the bladder. She's trying to give you a hint. You were probably meant to get through tonight of all nights. And she also is talking about being very careful with, the pesticides and everything that comes on food.
Yeah.
So if you can eat a little more natural, that might be better.
Okay.
Because we get all these heavy metals in our system, right? No diet drinks are very bad for you.
yeah.
So you got to stay away from that. And she just said she loves you very much. And do you have any jewelry of hers, or a watch, a ring, a necklace, something she keeps trying to give to you?
Trying to think if I have anything in particular. I don't at the moment. I have my other grandmother who had lots of jewelry from her.
Oh, she
and
might be
I have
here
a
too.
purse that I carry. You told me one time to carry something, and for the last several years I've carried her purse as my makeup bag.
Yeah, she's probably here because she was the jewelry girl. Okay, so both grandmas around you right now. Really be proactive with your health. They're both there with you. Doesn't mean anything severely wrong, but if they come through, they mention it, you're having an issue, you should heed. Go and get checked.
As an aside, these Tesla plates, if you place them in the refrigerator, it helps the food last longer, and I believe it gets rid of a lot of the GMO qualities.
Okay.
What was that?
That's my phone, sorry.
Oh. We thought it was paranormal. Okay, so I would do that if you, maybe you can look up on our website how to get a hold of these. We'll pull a healing energy for your kidneys right through here while I'm holding this. Everybody take just a slight moment.
Ready your water.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask my water to help her. Okay, can we help Desiree with her kidneys, bladder, to get all the impurities out of her body, to make sure she's healthy? She has the help of her loving grandmothers, and I'm going to put it out right now. All of our listeners put out for Desiree to have nothing wrong. Hopefully it's nothing, but I would not just, ignore it, right, you guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, and also
I will definitely.
Mm-hmm. She keeps talking about Chicago. You know anybody in Chicago? Eleanor?
No, I don't.
That's Debbie.
Okay, her dad's here, so he said something about Chicago, okay? So, okay, we'll go back to him in a minute. You know what? Thank you so much for being our fan. We're going to continue to put some prayers out for you. If you need me, you can call me at 818-853-1123. My service isn't that great because there was that story about Verizon. So let's boycott Verizon. No, just kidding. I'd like to, okay? But, okay, so, and also you have Disneyland around you. Very strong about Disneyland. Do you like Disneyland?
I've never been a fan of Disneyland, but I heard they're opening a Marvel land in Disneyland, and that's when I got really excited about going.
Oh yeah, you're going to go and you're going to have an amazing time.
And there's Star Wars land now too.
Yeah, so feel better and then get over there and enjoy yourself immensely when it opens. I got to meet Stan Lee at his 95th birthday party, I guess. He's a very sweet guy, and
he's got free hands.
Yeah,
he likes to touch.
And you know what? He's going to be all around you, guiding in the proper way, and also, you're going to have a really good time. Maybe you'll meet some of the Marvel actors that may be there in the opening. So check it out.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
We're out of time. If you want to do
Can we take one more? One more?
Well, do you want me to play one of his songs to take us out? We just have enough time for a song.
Okay, but let me
Whatever you want to do.
I think we should take one more call real quick. There's somebody waiting.
All right.
Anna, she didn't get through. Some people don't know the phone number, but
welcome to Dancing with Ghosts. Could I have your name real quick and where you're calling from?
Hi, Mandy from Arizona.
Oh, hi, Mandy. Anna, just call me at 818-853-1123. I hope that's the right number. And I'll give you a little, whatever I would have given you on the show. So not to worry. I know you've been waiting and you've been anxious, so I'll do that for you, Anna. Okay. Hey, Mandy. How are you?
Hi. Good.
Okay, so we have some amazing people here. Deb is my sidekick tonight.
Yes.
And sidekick. So I'm going to tell you, Mandy, you have a lot of yellow around you, enormous yellow. So taking advantage of working things out, but it could be working things out. What color do you see around Mandy, Deb?
I see like a pearl white.
Oh, hey, Mandy, do you have anybody in your life named Pearl? I thought you did.
My grandmother was Pearl.
Oh, really? Okay, then you know what we might be doing is we're getting your grandmother Pearl. Okay, I think Deb, your dad's talking about Chicago, and you've got Pearl. So after this show, I'll let you guys know all about that. Okay, Mandy, so that doesn't belong to the Pearl White. It's Pearl. Oh, it's okay, because I think she wanted to get through, and she really likes you very much, Pearl does. Okay, and Mandy, you also have, be very careful of a purchase of a dog, one that doesn't nip or bite. How's your dog right now?
We don't have one. I want one really bad, but I haven't made a choice, decision to actually get one.
Get one that's family friendly, that won't bite, and you have enough time for. And then you'll have a great dog. And you know who's here telling you about that is actually your uncle, the one that I knew. Richard, I can't remember his name. Richard say, it's true, Mandy, listen. And he said your kids are doing really well. Is your boy in any sports at all? Though he seems awfully musical. Or your kids have music all around him?
My daughter's been in band since she was 5 years old.
That's it.
She's been musical her whole life.
Right. And Mandy, we're going to send a Scott Howard CD to you. Okay, so you can have that. Okay. So because
I would like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, good. And good energy around. Give it to your mom too. And I'm finding also being able to travel yourself. And did you change your job? Because you have a lot of energy around your profession, a lot. Either you're moving up the ladder or you're doing something different than what you're doing right now.
I just switched jobs like 2.5 months ago. I like it. It's interesting. A lot of the people there seem to really like me, and they're encouraging me. I'm finding a lot of stuff, helping them fix like their inventory.
Good. I think they're really
happy with it.
Yeah, they really appreciate you, so you can move up the ladder. I thought, because it didn't look like the job you had before, so that makes sense that you've just recently changed. I also, I see the name Jeff or Jeffrey around you too, Mandy, so don't be surprised if you meet somebody. Jeff, check him out thoroughly. Don't just, bond with him, because
the owner of the company, or the brother, like the co-owner. He's one of the
Oh my
brothers.
God, I must be psychic. Yeah, so Mandy, leave you on a good note. He seems to like you very much. Don't try to be late though. Don't crash getting there in time, but try to give you enough time. They're pretty understanding, but they do like prompt. But again, don't get in a car crash, because I said that. And I think you have your grandma very much around you. Was it Dorothy? Is that around you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did not remember your grandmother's name at all. So Dorothy's here, Dot. She loves you. Please pass it on. Just Mother's Day, so she's probably watching a lot over your mom. You have your uncle here. You have a lot of people batting for you, Mandy. So I hope to hear your friendly dog. And I'm coming back to Arizona because John asked me, John and Jay and Rich wanted me back on the show. So I'll see you in Arizona.
Oh, that would be good.
Okay.
Be good.
Well, we're gonna go and we're gonna play a song real quick for.
I'm gonna have
Scott.
to only play a little bit of it because we're out of time.
Yeah, play a little bit.
Okay. Everybody have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Both
Thank
of
you
you
for
guys
having us.
Remember Scott Howard and his beautiful wife Deb.
#1.
Yep, it's a #1 winner. He was on Bravo. Do you know when it's going to be on the show?
It'll be sometime in the fall.
Okay, watch him when he's on Bravo. He'll post it on his website. Is it the Scott Howard website?
Yeah,
you can find him.
ScottHowardMusic.com.
Yes. Oh, I
Everybody.
love this song.
Everybody, ready? The big kiss. See you guys next week.
Oh, I love this song.
She's a friend of yours. The flaws that you show. A dragon trip to the stars as the mystery grows. So come with me and let me be the one to open your dreams to the fantasy. And all the colors will bleed till I make you believe. Na 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 na. Can you read my mind? sent from up above. Break my heart or give me love.